Magic is more than just a tool in fantasy stories. It is a forbidden power, the driving force behind entire civilizations, and often the reason for both revolution and ruin. In some worlds, magic is an open secret, freely wielded by those who master it. In others, it's a forbidden art, suppressed by fear and superstition. But in the world of Kinndraill, magic is something different. It's a death sentence. In this world, witches are not revered, they're not celebrated, they're hunted, feared, killed for something they never chose to be. And for those who survive, they do not live in peace, they live in defiance. This is not just a fantasy setting. This is a world where power has a price, where suppression is woven into the fabric of existence, and where magic is both salvation and damnation. Today, we're breaking down the Kinndraill's magic system, its power struggles, and the weight of its world building. Because in Kinndraill, magic isn't just something you wield, it's something you survive. One of the first things any fantasy writer must ask themselves is this: how does magic work? A magic system defines the rules, limitations, and consequences of supernatural abilities. Some stories embrace hard magic, like Mistborn, where magic is meticulously structured and follows a set of logical rules. Others embrace soft magic, like The Lord of the Rings, where mystical forces exist in the background, powerful yet undefined. But in the world of Kinndraill, or the Kinndraill storyline, it chooses a different path. It blends these elements into a hybrid system, balancing the precision of rule-based magic with the chaotic unpredictability of forbidden magic. This isn't just about flashy spells or world-ending destruction. Magic in this world is inherently dangerous, both for those who use it and those who fear it. And for witches, the danger is not theoretical, it is absolute. In most fantasy worlds, magic users are chosen ones, heroes who rise to greatness. But in the Kinndraill storyline, which is something else entirely, the outcasts, their targets, their existence is a threat to the world that fears them. Unlike elemental users who are born with abilities, witches must fight to unlock their power. They study forbidden texts, carve runes into their flesh, and whisper incantations in the dead of night. But the more powerful they become, the more dangerous their lives become. In the 20 Kingdoms of Pangaea, for example, witches are not simply unwanted, they are eradicated. Some are executed the moment the powers manifest, others are rounded up and confined into camps, forced into lives of servitude, their magic exploited for warfare. Few escape, few survive, and those who do, they do not become queens or rulers, they become legends, ghost stories told in hushed voices of terrified rulers. But the greatest fear of all, the children of witches. Most male children of witches are not magical at all. Instead, they inherit something almost unnatural: heightened speed, superhuman reflexes, resistance to disease. They are stronger, faster, and more resilient, but they are also infertile, while most of them are. There's some cases which are not, but majority tend to be infertile. They are outcasts, despised even by those who once loved them. But every so often something changes. Every so often a male child is born with true elemental power. These are not mere magic users, they are forces of nature. A fire user can reduce cities to ash, while a water wielder can sink entire navy with a single breath. They are walking disasters, and their existence changes the course of history. Kingdoms fall trying to control them, wars begin in their name, and those who seek to kill them do so out of desperation, because they know that if they fail, nothing will ever be the same. Now, let me divert your attention to another power system: the elemental power and the will to survive. Magic does not belong to witches alone. Elemental users are born across the world, bound to one of 6 primal forces: fire, a force of destruction, chaos, and raw power; lightning, precision, spirit, and unrelenting energy; water, fluid, adaptable, and capable of both creation and annihilation; air, the element of speed, flight, and deadly precision; earth, strength, endurance, and the ability to manipulate stone and metal; thunder, a unique and terrifying force wielding the power sound itself. But unlike witches, elemental users are not unstoppable. They lack the will system, the secret weapon for non-elemental or non-magical humans, Aga's will, Kinndraill, and Dominion will. I'll go into more detail about all the elements and all the will systems in another video, but just to run a short scenario of it all, this system allows even the weakest of warriors to stand against the strongest of element forces. It ensures that even in a world filled with magic, strategy and resilience still matters, because in this world, power is not just about what you can do, it's about how far you're willing to go to survive. Again, I'll go in much more detail in 2 different videos explaining these 2 different power systems. But back to this. The world of Kinndraill is not ruled by mere kings or armies, it's ruled by fear. Witches are hunted, elemental children are turned into weapons, and humans caught between all of it must find a way to maintain balance or be destroyed. For example, the 20 kingdoms of Pangaea believe the control is the only way forward. Rebels believe that freedom is worth dying for, and in the middle there are those who simply trying to survive. But in this world where magic is feared, where war is inevitable, and where power is always shifting, the only certain thing is that nothing stays the same. So in conclusion, this is not just another fantasy world, this is Kinndraill, a world where power, oppression, and rebellion find history of a world where magic isn't a blessing, it's a curse, and if you've made it this far, then you've already become part of it. Whether you've read Kinndraill or White Knight Saga, downloaded any of my games, or just simply stepped into one of my videos by accident, thank you very much for watching. And here's the thing, this story, it's still being written, there's still a lot more to come from this story, and as you've seen, Ascension in its entirety has switched more to focus into the Kinndraill world. This is because it's got to be a multi-layer decision. It's not just a decision to build my books, it's a decision to extend those books into a lot more products, a lot deeper into it. Much like Marvel, for example, but that's a lot for the future. Things are going on in a very steady pace. I wish it would go faster so you can see things faster. But this year, some surprises will happen that I don't even think you are ready for. And when they do happen, well, that was the hint. Anyways, thank you very much for liking. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to download my games and buy my book, and follow me on every social media, links in the description. Peace.